How's this? How's this? Should I turn it up more? There's a fancy machine here. More? Apparently it's very, very sensitive, so I'm gonna be very careful. I don't know if I'm turning it up or down. How's this? Maybe a little more? I don't know. It's still pretty quiet, really. Is it going up or down? I can't even tell. Is this good? New mic. No, not new mic. I have a new fancy machine called an audio interface. So there's a new cable. Yeah, very fancy. I think it's going up. Okay, so that means it's going up slowly. Do I have to turn it up like all the way? How's this? How's this? How's this? That's a lot better? Okay, good. Should I turn up more? Maybe I should turn on the game a little bit. Maybe I should... I'll go up a little bit more. We'll see. It should be going up. I think it is. I think it's going up. It should be louder now. I don't know, do I just have to talk louder today? How's this? Oh, okay, maybe that's too loud. What about now? We need you to scream? Maybe I'll turn back up. I don't know. How's it now? Maybe I should just leave it like this. I think it sounds good. Okay. Okay. And then the game, how's the game? The BGM. That one should be good, hopefully. I don't really touch it. Game volume is fine? Okay! A bit loud? Maybe I'll turn it down a little bit. But today we're playing a hollow indie game called Jurard Run. It looks fairly simple. You just dodge and attack. So watch me mess up the controls. Shoot, left click. Okay. Okay. It's like easy, basic controls, so it should be fine, right? Should be fine. Surely, right? Whoa. Normal, merciless. Uh-oh. No checkpoints? Heck no. Maybe we'll start with this. Can I just hold it? Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh, Gibby! No, no, no! Oh my gosh. Gibby, please have mercy. Oh my gosh! I think it's cooked. Gibby, please. Gibby, please. Gibby, please. This feels like Toho, but... Oh my gosh. Good warm up, you're ready for Merciless? No! Okay, we had... Oh, I would... Okay. I'm just gonna ignore everyone else. Oh my gosh! Oh, this is cooked. Oh my gosh. Why is this hard? I'm just bad at the game. There's too many places I need to look. Why do I do no damage? I literally do no damage. This is terrible. He's dying so slowly, meanwhile I have 4 HP. Gibby, you're too tanky, please. Ah! Oh my gosh. Gibby, please. Oh, thank goodness. Oh my gosh. HP. Oh. Oops. I was trying to be smart and dodge it. Oh no. I think I'm most scared of Tavi though. Oh my gosh, they come back. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Oh my. Nope. Okay. Well. Redemption. You won't get me this time, Rose. Oh my gosh. Okay, never mind. Maybe... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. How am I supposed to... I can't even hit him. Please. Oh my gosh. This is terrible. Warm up, warm up. Trust. Trust. Okay, I think this one I just focus on dodging. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. You should get a death counter. Okay, hold on. I have one. How many deaths was that? Like 5? Something like that. I already have a death counter ready. This was from Hollow Knight. Five, something like that. Okay. 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 Terrible start. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is so cooked. Okay. Well. Okay. That one always gets me. How long does it take for me to get better at this game? I guess we'll find out. Oh. Okay. Well, that was not... Oh, what the? I thought I was safe there. This is terrible. Why am I so bad at this? Oh no, no, no! I was so close, the heck? What the flip? I had to get better at some point. Okay. No! Okay. This is just painful to watch. It's gonna happen. Oops. Oops. Aha! I just have to stay in the very corner. No! Ah! What the heck? Oh my gosh. I either hit the axe or I hit the corruption beast. Ah! Okay. This one, I think I can just stay in the corner. That makes things so much easier. Jurard, why do you do no damage? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my goodness! Oh no. What is that? What the flip? Can we not? Please. Oh my goodness. Can we not do that, please? I have one life. No, I can't. It's so cooked. I'm not gonna. I can't. Tavi, no. Tavi, no. Tavi, no. Oh my gosh! What the heck? Tavi, please. Please. Okay. Progress though, that's true. Tavi's so extra, because of course he is. Oh. Okay. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! What the flip? Tavi! Tavi has no mercy. This is normal mode? This is 888. I love the references, but also Tavi, please. Can my Oshi have a little bit of mercy, please? Oh my gosh, I hit both of them. Oh my gosh, this is cooked. Well. It's gonna take me 88 tries to beat Tavi. This is so cooked! Oh my gosh. Oh, I jumped right into it. Gibby is easy to dodge, but Ruse is not because you actually have to pay attention to where he is. At least Tavi doesn't attack while the other ones are attacking. Or at least I hope he doesn't. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is cooked. Oh shoot. Oh. This is hard. I was gonna be like, okay, surely. Surely I'll be normal mode fast and then we can get to, and then we can just play Merciless, right? No. It's gonna take me like an hour to do this. Okay. This is hard. I think it's just skill issue. I think this is just skill issue. Imagine watching a gaming streamer that's bad at every game she plays. That's terrible. Oh my gosh. I ran into him. I'm so sorry, Tavi. Please don't get mad at me. Oh my gosh! Oh no, no! Surely I don't have to fight him again, right? 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 Oh, thank goodness. I literally saw the rocket as I... Oh no, what is this? Altair, no. No, I don't want to fight him, frick. It's so cooked. At least I don't think Flaon's in this game. If he was, I'd be so cooked. It's Altair, I'm cooked. How am I supposed to attack him? Oh my gosh. Oh, cooked, 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 cooked. Cooked, cooked, cooked! I don't want to jump into the corruption beast. Altair dies faster, I think. Okay, I think he has less health. Oh my gosh. Altair, please. Oh, thank goodness. Oh no. Oh, are you kidding me? Of course. Of course. Of course he's a two-faced boss. Of course he is. Altair, I swear. Altair? Altair, please! No! Altair, please! Oh my gosh! Oh my freaking goodness. Altair, please. Please don't do this. Altair, listen, we can talk this out, right? 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 Oh my freaking goodness. I'm on 1 HP. This is so cooked. Oh, what the heck? What the flip? Altair, why? No, I have to fight him from phase 1. Oh my gosh. It's okay, at least I know his attacks. Oh. I'm gonna die. This is so cooked. Ah! Oh my gosh, that scared me so bad. Give me that. I desperately need it. Oops. What? Hello? Did I not dodge that? Altair. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Ah! Okay. Please. Okay. What? I didn't even get a chance. This is evil. Altair, please. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Why? I'm running it. I literally ran into everything except his attacks. This is terrible. This is actually so cooked. I can only go three directions. I didn't have to walk that far. Oh my goodness. Scared me so bad. What? Please. Okay, I have one extra life this time. I don't know how to dodge that one. Oh my gosh. I'm on one life, it's so cooked. I don't know how to dodge the... I don't know how to dodge this one! Altair, please. Please. Can I make it to the end, please? Why is this so difficult? Oh my gosh. Can I stop running into things, please? Okay. Please. Okay. Yeah. Ah! Oh my gosh. I barely touched it. I barely touched it. Why is it lethal? Oh! Oh my gosh! No, I can't get extra lives. Boo. I don't think I can. Okay. Oh jeez, 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 oh jeez. Oh, it's cooked, it's cooked, it's cooked, we're cooked. Please. Altair, please. Please don't do this to me. I'm begging, please. Oh my gosh. How many of these deaths is from Altair? Like 10 of them? Oh, it's already cooked. It's already cooked. Can I restart? Just hit me, Altair. Just hit me. I'll add it anyways. Oh my gosh. I think half of them are Altair. Can I go into phase 2 with full health, please? I think that would be amazing. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Altair, please. Altair, please. Please, you cannot do this to me. Oh my gosh. Already cooked. It's already doomed! Oh! Okay. No! I jumped too far. Yo, Altair, can I get snack break so I can heal? Healing snack break, something like that? No? Okay. I don't think he likes that idea. Please! Please! Yes! 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 Please don't have a phase 3. Please, please. No! Oh my gosh, it's actually... Altair. Please. Please. Surely, right? Surely. Surely this is it, right? Right? Oh? Oh? Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. That was the end. Holy moly. Oh, look, it has the death count at the end. Oh my gosh. It only took 35 minutes. Yay! 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 26 deaths. That's terrible. That's so many. Merciless no hit run. I got 3 health. No checkpoints is crazy. Okay, Gibby, come at me. Come at me. Okay. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Gibby, please. Where is he? Okay. 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 Okay, Gibby. Okay. Wait. Pause. Chill. Gibby, please. Oh my gosh. Gibby, please. Gibby. Oh my gosh. Yo. Oh my goodness. This is evil. I bet they're not gonna give me heals either. No! Oh my gosh. Okay. We're gonna do... should we start a new death count or are we just gonna add them? Okay, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. Gibby! He's scaring me! Oh my gosh, I think I'm actually cooked. No checkpoints is crazy. Come out, Gibby. Okay. Oh my... This is too difficult! Okay. Okay. It's never gonna happen. Oh, jeez. Okay. He throws them more. No. Okay, I'm gonna just start the death count from here, like this. That's evil! That was such a good run! Ruse is being mean. Okay. Okay, no hits from Gibby. No hits from Gibby. Oops. Oh, jeez. Okay, this is not it. This is not it. Where's my cursor? Okay. This is not the run. This is not the run. This is cooked already. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hello? Why were they all on the bottom this time? Okay, Gibby. I see how it is. What? What hit me? Hello? Oh my gosh. Gibby's the easiest one? What do you mean no checkpoints? Okay. The game is cheating? Yeah! It's not me. It's cause Gibby's too OP. Oh. Okay. 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 No! What? 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 What the flip? You keep doing so well, thank you. Until it all goes downhill. Jurard doesn't do enough damage! He doesn't do enough damage! He needs to hit harder like them. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. That was close. Jurard, I'm begging, please. He doesn't even have he needs an ult or something. I keep dying to Gibby. Okay, thank goodness. Oh my gosh. Okay, next is Ruse, and I think I'm a little bit cooked. Yeah, you know, just a little bit. Oh my gosh. It's so hard to dodge! The no checkpoints is so evil! I have to go fight Gibby again. That run was looking so good. Gosh darn it. Jurard, come on. Lock in, please. I don't know if I even wanna see Tommy and Alters. He's gonna show up soon. Come on, Jurard. I believe in you. This is evil. Gibby's not even here to attack him. Okay. 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 What if I don't move? Okay, never mind. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Ruse. Thanks. Oh, no. Ah! You keep doing better and better. Thank you. Oh my gosh. This is killing me. Can I at least make it past Ruse's first attack? Please. Oh. That means I can't take any hits from Gibby. Okay. 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 Yeah. So that's how it's going. Oh my gosh. Why is it so hard to dodge? I feel like he pulled up faster than usual. Oh my gosh. No! I don't think I can survive Ruse with 2 life. Even with full life I can't, so... Oh my gosh. I have 1 chance. Okay, Ruse. Nope. Why? Why did they come back? Well... Okay. Oops. I pressed the wrong button. Terrible, terrible. I like the music though. What the flip? Oh, whoops. I didn't dodge that at all. What? Can we go back to normal mode? That was easier. Less painful. Oh my gosh. Can I at least make it to Toppy, please? Oh my gosh. The freaking rocket is so annoying. It's like the worst part of Gibby's fight. Oh, what the heck? Why is this so hard? Gibby's supposed to be the easiest one. Oh my gosh, jumped too far. Yeah, my gosh. Please, Gibby. Okay, thank goodness. This is so cooked though. I'm not at full. No. I still don't know how you're supposed to dodge Bruise's first attack. Oh? Oh, no. Ah! I forgot they come back. I got a little bit further. What the heck? Okay. When I hit 20 deaths, I'm gonna go back to normal mode. This is too hard. Oops. Oh my gosh. What? This guy. Um. They should make a DLC with like the rest of Tempest. I think that'd be cool. And then big boss fight can be I don't know. Play on with the Archers or something like that. I just want to see my Oshi in a game. I should play Idol Showdown. Aw, what the flip. Oh my gosh! That darn rocket is so annoying. It takes so long to break sometimes. Oh no. Ah! Okay. Merciless mode is just me fighting Gibby and maybe making it to Rose. You guys didn't see that. Okay. What? Merciless mode is just suffering for Ringgold. No, it is. Gibby, please. Oh my gosh. Hello? Is this rage bait? Okay. Please, Ruse. Please be nice. As if he doesn't do the same thing every time. I ran straight into it. Okay. Why? This is so painful. No, oh my gosh. Okay. Bruce is gonna demolish me again. Oh my gosh. No! Ah, no! No, that was so close! Ah! That was so close. I was literally like one scoot away from being safe. Okay, this time, no hits with Gibby's fight. No hits from Gibby. Okay, sometimes I jump too early. Okay. Oh. Well, that was not very nice. No! No! I think I'm doomed to never make it past Ruse. I'm doomed to never make it to Ruse with full health. Okay. Last one and then we go back to normal mode. This is too hard. They should make one in between. Like 3 lives with checkpoints or something like that. I'm getting used to Gibby. Okay, 0 hits from Gibby. Ruse, please. 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 Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh. You do so well every time until I get to Ruse. Okay, now we're on easy baby mode. Hello? Can the rockets break, please? What? I got... Wait. Wait, low-key? Why was the harder one easier? What is happening? I got used to him attacking me more. I think it's the exact same, he's just slower. Those darn rockets! Okay. Ah! Ah! Jeez. Okay. Maybe I'm just bad at fighting. Maybe I'm just bad at the ruse fight. All these extra corruption beasts makes it so much harder. I barely grazed it. Okay. That was not very nice. Yes, I love hiding in the corner. Okay. Okay, Tavi, I'm ready. Okay. Ah! No! Okay. Wow, checkpoints. How nice. What a nice feature. Oh, I cooked myself. Wow. Ah! Okay. Nah, Altair scares me. The difficulty between them increases so fast. Actually terrifying. Okay. That's not nice. Oh, this is the cooked run. This is the cooked part. Ah! Oh my gosh. Ah! Oh man. Come on. Yeah, you don't scare me, Altair. Thank goodness this part is easy. I love the music. What happens if I just don't attack? Well, then nothing happens. Wow! That was so much easier than the other one. Wow! 4 deaths, wow. That's 20 less than the first time. Can I get a no-hit run? Okay, I'm just gonna reset the death count every time I clear it. Only took 10 minutes. Yeah! Okay, no deaths. No deaths. Ugh. Okay. This guy, he's probably my biggest enemy right now. Okay. Oh no. Riz, please. Don't do this to me. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. No! No. I need a 0 death run. No! Okay, no deaths, no deaths. No! Oh my gosh. Please. Please. Please, Ruse, I need life for Tavi. Okay. I think Tavi scares me the most. Cause I know how to dodge Alter. Oh my gosh. Cooked, cooked, cooked. Yeesh. Tommy's so tanky. No! Oh. I need a 0 death run. If I can't be merciless, I need a 0 death run on normal, please. I feel like Gibby's part takes the longest. Oh my gosh. I wish their attacks could also, like, get rid of the corruption beast. It would make things so much easier for me. Okay. I'm getting used to dodging roofs, I think. Ah! No. I jumped too early. No! 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 I refuse. Okay. Yes. Okay, Tavi's coming. Some of these are a little too close for comfort. Okay. Okay. Oh, hi Blake. Hello, how are you doing? Please. Okay. Altera can dodge. More comfortably than Tavi at least. Gosh, not the game lag. Stop. Oh my gosh. Okay. No deaths. For now at least. I'm trying to do a run without deaths. So I said 0. I've been resetting it for every time I clear it. I think total we're at a good like 40. Something. No! Please. Come on, Altair. You know you don't want to do this, right? Oh! Yay! It's basically done. This part's easy. I love this part, like the music in this part. Yay! I got my 0 death run. Hehe. Yay! I got screenshot that. Pro gamer, yeah. Let me send that in the Discord. Let me grab. Yippee! Very nice. Okay, let's try Merciless again. The Gibby fight in Merciless is really fun. I can't say anything about the other ones because I haven't made it that far. Aw, man. Okay. That's okay. Okay. Wait, can I beat Ruse this time? Watch me jinx it. Oh my gosh. Ruse, please. I'm begging. No! Okay, that's the farthest I made it though. Okay. I think this will be my last run for the night. Oh my gosh, I wasn't paying attention. What the flip? That was rude. What? I wanna at least make it to Talvi, please. I'm just so curious to see what his fight looks like. Okay. Yeah. Well, let me do this, and then let me play music. Okay. We've been going for about 2 hours now. I think it's a good time to stop. We got our zero death run. Yay! Very happy. That's all I needed. Maybe I'll try Merciless again some other time. Pro Apple Gamer. Yeah! Pro Gamer. Zero death run on... Just ignore the part where it says normal mode. I think they should make a difficulty in between. I think that'd be fun. yeah, this game is really fun. Hydrate. I'm gonna drink some water. Yeah. I love Hollow Indie games. I should play more. I should play. What's it called? Idol Showdown. I have it in my. What's it called? Library. Steam library. Yeah, Hollow Indie games are a lot of fun. But Jurard Run is free on Steam. Game for next week? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I was looking for something to play next week. Oh yeah. Next week's schedule. Thursday I'm still figuring out. Saturday. Now I had 2 games lined up for next week. Yeah. Saturday I won't be streaming on Saturday, like usual. I'm taking that date off for what am I doing? Wait, I forgot. Hold on. Oh, I'm gonna go watch a movie. Cause it's like the only other time I'm free to do to go out and watch a movie. So I'll be off next Saturday, but I will be streaming Thursday and Friday. But yeah. Something super fun lined up for Friday. That you guys should totally come and watch. It's gonna be super cool. Super secret, super surprise, super fun. Fun Friday stream, yeah. It's not gonna be anything new. Not a new game, but something else. Something else will make it fun. Super hidden surprise secret stream, yeah. Super top secret. Super surprise. But it'll be fun. I'm excited for it. Thursday. Probably Idol Showdown, yeah. But it might be something different, I don't know. We shall see. I'll see if I can run the game first. Cause Idol Showdown has kind of issues running. But it should be fine. Hopefully. But yeah. Top secret, just like that emote you won't tell us about. Yeah. Yeah. It's okay. You guys will know eventually. Like when it's done. Super excited for those. How many? Wait, how many did I have? How many did I commission? I think I commissioned 4. I think there's 4. There should be 4. I'm thinking of making one of them will definitely also be a sticker in the Discord. I think one of them will also probably I'll also make into a sticker. Cause they'll have text on them. So it'll be easier to read as a sticker. Like the Wonderhoy! I have Ringo Wonderhoy. But yeah. Tomorrow, wait, what am I doing tomorrow? Higurashi. We're gonna continue Higurashi tomorrow evening. Should be the same time as today, I believe. I think. I'm gonna double check because I don't remember these things like I should. Yes. Same time as today. We're doing Higurashi part 3. Yay! Hopefully we get to the good part. It's very long. New emotes plus new Ringo panels. Yeah. I'm still waiting for the finished versions to come in, but they will be up on my Twitch as soon as I get them. They're so cute. They're actually so cute. I'm so excited. Anyways, yeah. I'm going to end it here today. Wow, ending early for once. I'm actually ending at 2 hours. That's actually crazy. That never happens. It never happens. No 4-hour stream today. Yeah. It's okay. I'll probably go for a while tomorrow. My Higurashi streams tend to go for a little while. Today's a sad day for the Ringo fans. It's okay. I'll be streaming tomorrow. Probably for like 3 to 4 hours. Again. As it goes with Higurashi. Oh yeah, thank you for coming. This game is super fun. Jurard Run is free on Steam. Was made by Hollow Stars fans. For Hollow Stars fans. And it's a Hollow indie game. It's super cool. I love Hollow indie games. They're just so cool. Yeah. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you. I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. But yeah. Thank you. Bye bye. Good night. Have a good rest. Good night. Otsuringo. Bye bye.